Hey, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. First, I want to give all praise, glory, honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, that was a great millstone, peace, salutation to the one-third elect of Israel. So, for this lesson, I want to title it, Forward is the only way, all right? Because, once you come into this truth, there's really no looking back, all right? Because, you basically change your whole life around, all right? You try to live righteously according to scriptures, and you try to live righteous to the best of your ability. All right, and back in the world, we were fearless of Yahweh Shemi Yahushua. All right, so we can go to this precept. Plow not fit for the he that turneth his he that turneth can't find it. Not fit for the kingdom. He that Salakia, bear with me. I can't remember the scripture exactly, but it says, "He that turneth his hand from the plow is not fit for the kingdom." All right, we'll just go off that, roughly paraphrasing. But yeah, once you put your hand on the plow, you start, getting into the scriptures. You start learning who you are, and you start, basically being in this truth. There's no looking back. All right, there's no looking back into the world, because all the world brings is death. All right, right there, all that hate me love death. It's in Proverbs. All right, Proverbs 8:36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. All right. So when you come back, when you go in the world, no one loves you. How about Shemi Yahushua? Why? Because their actions don't prove it. All right. They doing a bunch of wickedness and iniquity. All right, and their actions don't prove that they love Yahweh Shemi Yahushua. All right, they might say, "Oh, I love, so-called Jesus and so-called God," but that's what they say. But ultimately, in their heart, they're full of wickedness. All right, and the scripture, there's a scripture for that. Paraphrasing is like, they confess me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. So that really fits our people, because you go on, like, some Instagram bio, and they'll have like a God first, or a scripture in their bio, but yet they be smoking blunts and doing all types of wickedness, or even adultery, all right, things of that nature, which is completely off. All right, so you shouldn't even be looking back to the world. All right, you shouldn't be thinking, oh, I want things to continue back to normal, because at the end of the day, things aren't going back to normal. All right, whether you like it or not. All right, how about Shemi Yahushua? He's coming real soon. All right, and the prophecies are starting to take. No, I can't say starting, but they're in the midst. All right, you get a precept for that. Though it tarry. Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right. So things may seem like they're not going back. You got a lot of Jakes, or you got people like Elder Monatazak said, he said, you know, a lot of people are basically getting prideful now because, you know, this whole C-19 thing is going, you know, things are opening back up, but you know, when it first, you know, popped off, you know, you had a lot of people, you know, starting to humble down and stuff. All right, so you know, that was, you know, a little quick point, but um yeah, though things may seem, you know, like they're going back to normal, trust me, when, you know, scripture says when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. All right, so you know, we haven't seen anything yet. All right, but you know, it's coming real soon. And you know, if you going back into the world, then you know, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is gonna judge you. All right, there's I think it's Ezekiel. It's a scripture in Ezekiel. Let me see if it's 13. Turn his hand from to iniquity. Turn to iniquity. Should be in. Alright, let's see, alright, therefore I'll judge your hands. Alright. Ezekiel 18 and where's it at? 24. But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he hath done shall not be mentioned, and his trespass that he hath trespassed, and in his sin that he has sinned, and them shall he die. All right, so you know, if you in this truth and you looking back to the world, you know, you know, a pork sandwich is tempting to you. You know, you really got to examine yourself. All right, because you know, ultimately a pork sandwich should not be tempting at all. All right, especially knowing you know, things in pork. All right, knowing that it's cleaner of the earth and not a delicacy. All right, but you know, if you're in this truth, you know, you shouldn't be looking back to the world, because all the world brings is, you know, is death. All right, you know, it's just sin, iniquity, and really just judgment calling. All right, and you know, you go back into the world. You know, you got you know, the Most High can judge you. All right, He can judge you 10 times worse. All right, this is scripture. It says, beaten with many stripes. All right, Luke 12:47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. All right, so you know, you in this truth, you know, you know to keep going, and you don't, then you know Yahweh Shem Yahshua is gonna judge you worse than someone that wasn't in the truth, and that judge you worse than someone that wasn't in the truth. All right, because there's also a scripture that said I forgot who it was who said it, but it's like you taste the gift of righteousness or something like that, and it'd be better that he had not known righteousness, or you know, some along to that of those lines. All right, and yeah, so basically, you know, you basically want to keep looking forward. All right, because forward is the kingdom. All right, this place, America, is through. Okay, and we can go to that straight gate parable, or not parable, but you know, it's in Second Esdras. I remember that. I think it's Second Esdras. Well, let me find it. Talking about in Second Esdras, Slovakia. that path basically, where water is on one hand and fire is on the other, and hold on, Salakia, bear with me. Should be over. All right, second Ezra's 7 and 8. All right, perfect. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before, how shall he receive this inheritance? All right, so hold on. All right. Well, basically, looking at that narrow path. All right, and the path was ahead of them. All right. In order to get to that city, you had to go through that narrow path. All right, and basically talking about not well, you get what it's talking about, but the point is, the point is, the kingdom was ahead. All right, the kingdom wasn't back. All right, you don't look back for the kingdom. You look forward for the kingdom. All right, so that's really the point I wanted to get there. That was really what I wanted to touch on there. But and last point is America is through. All right, and all America is gonna get is death and destruction here soon. All right, that's what we believe. All right, because scriptures is prophecies are speaking loud and clear. All right, and if you can't see this place is through, then I don't really know what to say. All right, but Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory, honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash, and keep enduring. All right.